Karen, otherwise known as Wellies and Waffles. If you haven't done already, if you can like and subscribe, that'd be fantastic. What I thought I'd talk you through today is showing you the actual squash that I spoke about in my previous video. So I'm going to do some close-ups, have a little bit of a talk about each of the squash, and just show you around actually, you know, some of the other things that are growing in the Polytunnel that I forgot to mention. So it's a bit of a wet, wild and interesting day today because, as you can hear, absolutely throwing it down. So I've just run from the house to hide in here. It is, let's have a look, we are on 14 degrees. So a little bit chilly, but lots of work to do, so that'll keep us warm in here, won't it? So let's go and have a look. So here we are, and actually one thing that I forgot to mention was the mashed potato squash there, which are doing nicely, but I'm not sure how big they're going to get now because it's quite cold, so we might not get anything from them really. Then we've got the Honeyboat, which is just looking fantastic. Look at that. That's beautiful, isn't it? So that'll be good. Really tough, really hard outer skin there. But as you can see, it's dying back. It's actually snapped anyway there, so we can just cut it off. Generally, when you're cutting squash, you tend to cut it in a bit of a T-shape there. So you've got this, and then you've got a little bit either side, and just chop it either side there, and then it just stores a little bit longer. Then we have, as you can see, that is definitely ready for harvesting. It's actually rotting back there, so it won't last as long, but we'll be eating it probably straight away anyway. But this is the Blue Hubbard, looking beautiful. It's a nice, oh, it's quite heavy as well actually. Rolling round trying to pick it up. Yeah, that's a good decent one, is that? But yeah, as you can see, look, that's just going to come right off. So we'll take that in. Now, we've still got some flowers growing there, but they're not actually going to do anything, but they look pretty. And as you can see, it's been trying to grow. I think it's the red curry actually that it's trying to grow, but as you can see, these leaves are looking really nice and healthy. And then, obviously, you've got the ones that are dying back, which is perfectly normal. Just looks a mess, but it's perfectly normal for them to die back. And I just want to show you. Yeah, the Blue Hubbard. This is absolutely great. What warty and all. Look at all the warts on that. So I think it's been dripped on there by the Polytunnel. But yeah, we've got all sorts of shapes and textures going on there. As you can see, I put my boat next to it. And there, it's a good decent size. But like I said, we cut there. And then we cut there, and obviously cut it off at the main stem there. And then this will be a nice story. That's fantastic for Halloween, isn't it? Really good. It's supposed to be a really nice tasting squash as well. And what I could have done, I've seen a few people actually write the names and things like that on here. And they grow, because obviously when they get a little bit scratched like this from just growing, you start growing these scars and these warts, getting a bit warty, so it would be good actually just do that next time. Just carve like the kids' names in or something like that. That'd be funky, wouldn't it? Yeah, we'll harvest that. It's a big one. Oh, he's heavy. That's good. First time of growing these. But I'm just so pleased. Look at them. And they do say, when I've had a look on I think it's National Geographic actually that I was reading, did say that they're like the aliens, scary, zombie-like pods, which they are really, aren't they? Okay. And then, the little ones there, look, not going to do anything. So then we've got, come over to the Tromboncino. There we go, that's the third one. I've just popped some pictures up now of the other two that had. Like I said, these were all strung up. I had them strung up on here. Oh, hello. Look, snail. I did have them all strung up here, but obviously they were too heavy. I just didn't get round to doing some proper supports for them. So they collapsed, but they did absolutely perfectly fine growing on the horizontal there and trailing. So that's good stuff. You can actually eat them at this size, small. You can leave them to grow huge, but they're obviously more tender, like a courgette, more tender when they're small. So they can actually be picked like that, or you can leave them to get huge. When they cure, they do go orange, and you can store them quite a few months. And after that, as I showed you, the massive tomatoes that all collapsed, but look, we've got some lovely sun gold tomatoes there, which are absolutely beautiful, and you can just see coming through. I mean, there's just been a heap of things. These are the tomatillo flowers there, so I'm going to have a bit of a rummage about and see if we've got actually got any tomatillos in there. So I thought I'd show you this because, as you can see there, this kept catching my eye in the squash bed, and I thought, oh, I've got another red curry squash growing, until I had a look and it was it's a plant pot. So I was so excited as well. But yeah, plant pot, and I should have known because I've actually put it there on purpose, because I've been putting some squash on top of it just to keep them off the soil, because I couldn't find anything else to prop them up on, so I put them on there, and then yeah, plant pot. And then we have a mass of tomatoes, but look, there's just so many flowers on them right up there. They're all going down here. We've still got some indigo rose growing there, which just need harvesting now, and I'll just leave on the windowsill to ripen up. But they've done really well. These have been the most prolific, really. These and sun gold, the indigo rose. Not the sweetest of tomato, but they are just a nice all-round tomato, really. They've got a good flavour. I prefer the sweeter tomatoes, but they are good to use in sauces and things. You can see quite a few. You know, I've got loads of flowers, as you can see, which aren't going to do anything, but loads of tomatoes. I think we've still got some black opal ones there growing. That's what they are. They're all intertwined now, so they're just huge. And these are the mini red cherry peppers, which are, as you can see, they've got these little stretch marks on them there, which is just from lack of watering, really, because they are only in a small pot. So, but they have done well. So I do need to pick them. They are going a little bit soft now, so I will pick them, and I'll keep some of the seeds from them as well. This is the Amia melon, which is not going to ripen up now, being October, but we will try again. I did do it in a large pot there, but like I said, with watering, I've been really busy, so I just haven't got round to watering them as much as I should have done, really. So I will be on the bowl next year with them, so I'll tell you all about that soon. We've got a couple of little Amia melons there as well, so little fairy things. Here we have Sugar Baby, that's still trying to flower in October. There's a little melon there, which isn't going to do anything now, it's just not warm enough. But thank you for giving it a go. Thank you for trying this late in the day. So that's it, thank you for having a look around with me. I'm going to probably be doing these once a week. I'm going to try to do them once a week. Obviously there's not as much going on over winter time, autumn, winter time, but there's lots of clearing up to do, lots of jobs to get sorted in preparation, really, for next spring when we start off. I'm going to start off seeds round about sort of February, March time, which tend to be the aubergines and the tomatoes, which I will then be keeping inside the house, really, rather than outside because it's too cold. But lots of jobs to show you. I am on there's two potting benches here that I haven't shown you because they're just full of plant pots. Put it nicely. plant pots of things that I've not got round to. Now don't stress if you haven't got round to planting something, you've forgotten about something, something's died, you thought it was going to be absolutely amazing and it isn't, because it happens to everybody. So you might not see it, but if you're true to yourself, it happens to everybody. You think something's going to be amazing and then it just isn't, but you try again next year and you just keep trying. You can't let it disappoint you, get you down or anything like that, because it does happen to everybody. It's life, it's nature. It's never going to work out 100% on everything that you're going to grow, and this is something that I've forgotten to get round to planting, which it actually says celeriac on it, but it isn't. How? When you've look, it's been specific, you've done a proper label, you've put it in. I use these plastic labels. I know some people think, oh, I can't use wooden sticks. When I've used wooden lollipop sticks or anything like that as plant labels, they rot for me, and then you're just replacing them every year. I don't want to be replacing them every year, because obviously then you're using wood and things like that, and you're just replacing and replacing. So I use these. I've had these for absolutely years, donkey's years. And all I do is I don't write on in pen, I use pencil, because even outside, everything like that, pen always vanishes. It completely vanishes from it. I've even used permanent markers and things like that, and it has just vanished. So pencil just stays forever, and then I just wash them and just reuse them. So yeah, it says celeriac, but it isn't, I don't think, because it looks like, oh, that's amazing. It is giant. It's my giant parsley, and I don't think I had any left, so I'll just take off these dead bits. Right at that. I mean, it's dry as a bone, but it has tried, bless it. Look, it has tried. It's coming out the bottom, but it is absolutely dry as a bone. But yeah, oh, I can use that in something now, but it's absolutely, oh, it's amazing. Absolutely smells amazing. So yeah, we'll use that, and I've got some celery that I haven't got round to grow. And a nice tuft of grass there as well, ornamental grass. So yeah, my celery, I did plant some celery outside, so because I just had hundreds, they didn't germinate. I tried them, 3 rounds of germination, and I thought I'm just gonna scat, because I put each one in each little tiny cell, as you do, you know, because I don't like wasting seeds, so each one, it just didn't do anything at all. Then the third time, I just threw them all in, and then just drowned them in water. Just continuously kept them moist, because celery actually comes from, well, originally round by riverbanks and things like that, and swampy areas, so it does like a lot of water, which is perfect for this weather. So it's absolutely having a whale of a time out there. So I've got some out there. It is the pink peppermint celery that I've got growing out there, which will be interesting. Planted it far too late, so it's not got to its full potential. I haven't got round to it, because I ended up with, I think it were about 70 celery plants and 70 basil plants as well, and then I was just like, what on earth? So I didn't get round to it. So anyway, that's outside. Yeah, but so I'm waffling on. Wellies and waffles on, what a surprise. So thank you for watching. I shall hopefully see you next week, and we'll get some jobs done, and I'll show you some different things. I'll go outside as well, hopefully, if the rain's just calmed down a little bit, and I'll show you a bit in the plot of what's going on out there. Okay, so thank you, bye. Whoa. So that's a little bit of a look. Oh, I've got deep pockets, look at them. Got my outdoor pants on today because it's horrendous outside. Yeah, lots to do. Loads of flowers got. So yeah, complete collapse of complete collapse of tomatoes. So we're going to leave that and try again next year. Try and then can't spell what's going on. I still can't speak. This is why I don't do videos. Got too much. My wafflings are just too much to try and get out, so I want to tell you everything. So yeah, I've got lots of work to do here, and yeah, I've gone a bit overboard.